So tonight, Donald Trump is going to be addressing the nation at 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, what is he going to be addressing the nation about? We don't entirely know. The only things the White House are saying so far is that he is going to be talking about all of his accomplishments, which that should be about 3 minutes worth of talking. And then what is the rest of the address going to be about? We have no idea. Because he really doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of. What's he going to talk about? His ICE raids where he was going after all of the undocumented immigrants and, supposedly doing all of that. But yet they were only going after places where people were working typically, or they would catch them outside of their immigration hearing where they were trying to do things the right way. None of that was as successful as what he wanted it to be. Now, of course, when it comes to any of that, you're going to have MAGA say, well, Barack Obama deported more people than Donald Trump. Well, yes, that's true. But he did it the right way, and it wasn't nearly as expensive. Is he going to talk about his economic wins? Well, gee, unemployment's up to a 4-year high. You have horrible job numbers coming in. Joe Biden was continually adding 150, 200,000 jobs every single month once he got past and started to rebuild on COVID. And now Donald Trump is losing jobs in October, lost like 115, 120,000, something like that, maybe even more, because we don't know. They didn't ever release the official numbers. We just have some unofficial numbers. And then they only put in 67,000 new jobs last month, and that number could eventually get revised down. So you can talk about that. Is you can talk about the fact that the ACA subsidies are expiring next year. What accomplishments is he going to talk about? And beyond that, we have he wants to talk about the future and what's going to happen going forward. So we'll have to watch and see what he does. I don't think that anything major comes out of this. I think this is just going to be a puff piece of him trying to brag about how good he is doing in everything else and trying to distract away from things like the Epstein files and everything else that is going on. I think he is just trying to control the narrative and make things look better for himself, and this is one of the ways he is doing that. So we're going to watch and see what he says to the American people tonight from the Oval Office. But I don't think it's going to be anything major. I think it's all going to be a distraction from how bad everything is really getting right now.